Alright, I'm on my way to pick up our meat birds. They just gave me a call from the post office, and our 101 broilers are coming in this morning, so I'm going to go grab them, and hopefully they're all healthy and looking good, which would be a miracle. Alright, here we are. Let's go in and get the chickies. Look at the chickies. Hey, you ready to get home? Alright, let's do this. They're so loud. It's deafening in here. Alright, so I'm getting ready to open this, just forewarning. I might cut the video here if there's a bunch of dead chicks, so that's always the anticipation here, but let's do it. Alright, little ladies and men. Hi! Oh, there's 1, 2. Okay, alright. Let's get you out. Ready? Let's get you free. Sorry about that dead chickie. Hello. Yeah, you pecking me? Little pecky picks? Alright.
Oh, a couple died?
Yeah, it's 101 chickies, honey. It's not unusual.
Look at all of them! They're so cute! They're so cute!
We gotta get them introduced to the water. Look at them running around. I'm gonna drop that lamp down a little bit.
Look, that chicken's gone farthest.
Look at them. How cute. Oh my goodness, they're like ants. That one right there looks a little weak. I'm gonna get her some water.
Okay, get out of the box.
See if we can get him to take. Come on. Oh, it's a zoo.
Oh, yep, you got this, girl. Gotta get out. It's a zoo.
Get you guys another drip, huh? Yeah. I'll go clean you another drip water right now and get you there. That way you guys stop taking baths. Alright, so we got our hydrators up. They're still getting a little cramped in there, so maybe I need to add a third. There's thirsty little nuggets. I used that big one, but they kept crawling in it. I should have known better. But yeah, we got room temperature water in there, slightly on the warm side. And I'm gonna add some lids to this in a minute, but we have to make the magic water. Okay, so a couple things I did wrong. Rookie mistake for one was I put that big water in here, and I know better than that because they can jump in that, and for some reason I wasn't thinking that. So we had to kind of scramble and put the drip up, which is what I wanted to use anyway. I just I got the call from the post office earlier than I thought, and I didn't have the drip set up yet. So we got the nipple waters up now. So there they are. But I put them about an inch too low to start, and so they were, when they ran underneath them, it would drip on like their head. So a couple of them got pretty wet, which right off the get, because they were all attacking those nipple waters, and it was just dripping down the back of their head. And so now those ones are underneath here. They're getting kept warm under the heat lamp, but make sure you've got the correct elevation. I'll show you what I have now. So that's the correct elevation where they have to reach up a little bit to get it. That way when they're walking underneath it, it's not running, they're not hitting it with their head or their back and having it run down there. So make sure that's something you don't make the mistake of as well. But all in all, we only lost 2, which is super exciting that only 2 of them had passed away. And with 101 we ordered, that's pretty good. I haven't counted them because obviously it's a little hard to count when they're all busting out of that box going 100 miles a minute. So they generally throw in a couple extras, so we might actually be break even right at 101 right now. So we're gonna check it out and let them get warmed up here, and then I'll count them and I'll do a head count here after they all get a little more comfortable and situated and warmed up. So they were finally getting their little snack on, which is good. And now they're just resting. So a big deal is the kind of shavings you use, because we had a company, the vegan, that had tons of dust in it, and I actually had some chickens and a goose that got respiratory issues from that. So this is what I'm using this time around. It's called the Echo Flake, and that's America's Choice. There we go. I'm reading it upside down. So this stuff we got at Tractor Supply, and it's like almost zero dust. So I'm really happy with this. And that makes it so when you go to add more and the chicken's already in there, you're not throwing this dusty particulate into the air and giving them respiratory issues. So we're happy with this. This is what we're using, and I'll update that. Make sure it goes as I think it's going to go. All right, so we've had them for about 10 hours now. And all the ones that got wet from my mishap, let me zoom this out. All the ones that got wet from me having that drip line too low, or the nipple feeder, or nipple waters rather, too low, all dried out fine, and no issues with them getting sick. So that was great. We did have one more die that was respiratory. She was really doing good from the start, and we tried to give her some magic water. But so 3 out of the 101, which it could have been a little more, like I said before, they tend to ship you a couple extra, have passed away. I don't see any more that are in poor health. So as long as I do my part going forward, we should be okay. But yeah, they're having fun. They're wolfing down their food. They got plenty of room to expand out into. I put that other feeder over there to kind of encourage them tomorrow to kind of explore a little bit. So total, I think it's a pretty good success. You know, whenever they ship and they tell you 48 to 72 hours, it's a long time for a chick to be in a box. So I was worried, but I'm gonna get some lids on those two. I added the magic water at the top, and I've been kind of refilling it that way. But now that they're starting to scurry around, don't want dust getting in their water. So I'm gonna put the lids on there, and you'll see a lot more of these meat birds. So 3 weeks or so in this brooder, and then they're hitting the field. So a lot more for that to come. Disregard my dirty garage. Tilt this down. Bye.